Hi, my name's Adele Good. I'm actually living in central Brazil. I've been here for about a year. I'm in my backyard, and I wanted to go in and tape this video today just to show you how to muscle test. I've been talking about it for a long time, and I've had lots of people ask me how. I've taught hundreds of people from the stage, as well as private clients and many, many friends, how to do this process. And muscle testing or kinesiology is very, very simple, and there's many ways to do it. And I'm going to teach you my favorite way. It's the easiest, it's the one that everybody can do, and the most important thing to know, though, is that you have to be hydrated. And if you're not hydrated with lots of fresh, clean water, then it won't work properly. So if it doesn't work for you, just get your body hydrated. It may take 2 or 3 days to actually fill up all those cells and get them nourished. So to do that, how much water do you need? Everyone else says, well, I had 3 cups today, or I had 2 cups. So that's not enough generally. We've been taught in the United States that we need we need 8 cups of water a day. Well, that's 64 ounces. That's actually true if you weigh 128 or less pounds. And if you don't drink alcohol, smoke, take medications, that would be accurate. If you do weigh more than 128 pounds, or you put substances in your body that are toxic, such as alcohol or sodas or medications, you really need to drink a lot more than that initial amount. So let me teach you the formula. If somebody that weighs, I'll just pick an easy number, 200 pounds, they need half their body, everybody needs half their body weight in ounces. So 200-pound person needs 100 ounces of water, which is actually 12 and a half cups, not the typical 8 cups we're told. And if that person does use alcohol or take medications or drinks coffee even, they need to drink quite a bit more, at least a cup or 2 extra per cup of coffee to negate the toxins in the coffee. Or whatever it might be. So just keep that in mind. So once you're hydrated, then you can actually start to do this muscle testing and trust your results. And to start drinking that water, I don't want to encourage you to drink it all at the end of the day because you'll be up all night, and that's not pleasant for anyone. So when you first get up in the morning, I actually drink at least 1 or 2. This is probably an 18 or 20 ounce cup of water. So I drink that first thing in the morning, and then several more in the morning just to get my body initially hydrated, and then drink all the rest of the day. And around 6 or 7 o'clock, I don't drink a whole lot of water after that because I want to get a good night's rest. Sleep is very important for our health. So how do we muscle test? What do we do? Well, I'm going to teach you just the really simple way of standing up and asking your body. And in doing that, you'll make a statement, a yes or no, a statement that can be answered as yes or no. A lot of people get real complicated with their comments for muscle testing, and it doesn't work. You have to be very specific. So I'm going to teach you to use just your name, or else say, I'm a man, I'm a woman. For this example, we'll just use that. So I'm going to ask myself, I don't want to show you how to do it until you've actually done it yourself. So let me tell you the process, and then you can practice. I'd like you to stand up straight after you've had lots of water and make your body's hydrated, and say, I am a woman, and just listen and feel for your body. You may get a sensation somewhere. Your body may move in a certain direction. Then I want you to take another breath and say, I am a man, and see what your body does. And if you've got kind of an unclear, just like any muscle, it may not be clear right away, so don't give up. If you were to go out today and try to jog 3 miles, you probably wouldn't be able to do it. Your body wouldn't cooperate. That's because your body hasn't been tuned or exercised to do that. So just like a muscle, we need to exercise and practice with our body. So the more you practice this, I promise you, if you're diligent and stay hydrated and practice, every day, if you're off and on during the day, and practice, make it fun, make it a game. So I'll tell you how to do that. But as you're saying your name, a yes/no answer, just see what your body does. If many people, especially now, as we're all becoming more in tune with what's going on around our world, people are seeming to sense it in their hearts. They're sensing it in the left side or the right side of their body. So I want you just to pay attention to what do you feel. So my body is pretty standard. I do feel some things internally, but my body actually moves. And I'll tell you how my body reacts, but I want you to practice with yourself first. So when you say, I am a woman, pause, take a deep breath before you say it. I am a woman. You can shut your eyes or open them. If it's distracting, go on and shut them. If you're going to be distracted, just give yourself a few seconds, even 10 or 15 seconds. Just see what your body does. I am a man. See what your body does. If you feel anything in your chest, as I said, you could feel, I've had people say they feel an energy running up and down their left or their right side, so it could be anything. So for me, my body does what's pretty normal for many people, but it's not always, so don't think that this is the only way. My body, if I say I am a woman, I'm actually sitting, and I can do it sitting now. I am a woman, my body goes forward. I'm a man, my body goes backwards. It knows automatically. So if I were to say, I am in Brazil, my body would go forward. I am in Mexico, my body would go backward. I am in the garden, my body would go forward. I am in the kitchen, my body would tell me no and go backward. So check and see, and as I said, don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen the very first time. Just keep practicing and stay hydrated. And remember, use that little formula, half your body weight in ounces in water, excuse me. And for those of you who weigh in kilos and would be drinking in liters, if you'll just have I don't know the formula for the metric conversion, so you'll just have to go on and do your weight and then do the liters in ounces and just see what it comes to. So basically that's how simple it is. If you get, every time you actually go to practice, just to ask a question, I want you to ask your body and just say, I am a woman, I am a man. That's my baseline for me. Every time I go to ask something, I do that. I want to give an example of how this can be used because I have found it to be fascinating over the years. I left the United States in July 2014, and I had sold everything I owned. I'd gotten a message, and I kept asking my higher self. And actually what we're doing is accessing our innate, our higher self. And I kept doing that and to hone down, and I definitely was supposed to leave the United States and get rid of everything I owned. I have a very tiny storage unit in Dallas, Texas, where I raised my family. And my sons are grown, and so it just seemed like the right time to go on and be out on my own for a little while. And so I left. In the process of leaving, I kept saying, am I really supposed to do this? Yes, no, yes, no. And kept getting a very definite yes. So as I was selling everything or giving away my belongings, got rid of my home and my car, I would ask, am I supposed to get rid of this? Am I supposed to keep this? And in the process of packing, when I was leaving, I had packed my bags and thought I had everything I needed and had gotten rid of almost everything else and had a stack of clothes that I was ready to give to Goodwill. That included in that stack was a pair of khaki pants. And I didn't really like those pants. They were a little too big. They were heavy weight. And I thought, I don't want to carry anything this heavy to Europe with me. I was leaving, going to Bosnia to excavate the pyramids. That was my first stop after Dallas. And so in the process of doing that, I got a very clear message when I said, do I have everything I need in my luggage? And I did not. So I had to add that. I had to figure out what I needed, and I figured out it was this pair of khaki pants. Well, I took the pants. I didn't need them in Bosnia. But when I left Bosnia, I flew to Frankfurt, rented a car, drove all through England, and then ended up in France. And lived in France in the Midi-Pyrenees for 5 months while I was house sitting. And then in the process of that, when I got to France, I had ripped my very favorite jeans that I had taken and gained some weight eating all the lovely, lovely French bread and cheeses. So I needed those khaki pants, and I was so grateful that I'd listened to my higher self and taken them. Now, could I have bought a pair of pants in France? Yes, but not easily. I was living in the countryside. And so it was really a very pleasant surprise to have realized how on and in tune my body was with what I needed, and my higher self was able to guide me. So hopefully this gives you some direction and some guidance. I just thought it would be really fun to share this and empower you to do this on yourself and use it to make your next big decisions and your little ones. I use it all day long for deciding what would be healthy for me to eat. I like to say, is this beneficial for my body? When I'm checking out supplements or different things like that, I will hold them to my chest or else envision them in my mind. Is this particular supplement beneficial for my body? Yes or no? And my body is so in tune, it will tell me yes or no. If it is a yes, I'll even get the dosage. And I can do that by saying, do I need 1 teaspoon or 1 ounce a day or 2 ounces a day? Morning, night, yes, no. And my body will cooperate. So practice it, and I'd love to hear back and let me know how it's going for you and how it empowers you to take your next step and do whatever it is exciting that you want to do, as well as just live your daily life.